I'm here with my grandmother, Rose Bryan, today to do an interview on her cultural background. Grandma, can you tell us what culture you're from, what you grew up as?
I sure will. I am from Italy. My dad came from Italy, and my mother didn't. She was born here, but she was raised through the Italian family.
Wonderful. What religion
What
were you
religion?
guys?
Catholic.
Catholic. So the original generation that was here in the U.S. was your parents, correct? So
Yes.
now that would make your parents, you, your kids, your grandkids, and your great grandkids. That's 5 generations now, huh?
Yes.
Alright. So this interview is about health. We're going to ask you a bunch of questions on how it's going to be. How would you define health yourself?
Well, no, I don't know. Health is a kind of a sticky subject.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really take care of yourself and watch everything you do, keep up with everything, and just watch what you do and you don't do.
Perfect. How would you rate your health right now?
My health's not very good.
Not very good?
No, it's probably, we have, our health system now goes by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think mine's about 5 right now.
A 5?
Mm-hmm.
Is 5 considered the worst then now? Is that how it works?
No, 5 ain't the worst, but it's pretty bad.
Gotcha.
It's yeah.
Gotcha. So growing up and as you lived life, how did you try to protect and maintain your health?
Protect and maintain my house. Well, I tried to bring my children up right. I had watched everything that they done, they didn't do. Took care of them. Really, and the kids were good. Our kids were good. They mind. They listen to everything you tell them, and I didn't have any problems with them.
Perfect. Was there anything that your mom did to help? Like, did she do any kind of home remedies for health? Is there anything she did that was more of a cultural thing to keep her health up every day?
No, not really. Well, she just watched what she done. She was kind of particular what she ate and took care of it and watched everything around and made sure the kids all done what they were supposed to do.
Perfect. What do you believe brings health? What do you believe brings health?
What brings health? Well, health is a touchy subject. It's something you have to really stay on to make sure that you stay on top of things. So I'm really a culture. I really take care of my health since I've had diabetes, and now I'm on the culture machine. So I try to take care of my health as good as I can.
How would you describe illness?
Illness. Well, illness is it's a subject you have to watch and watch what you do and what you don't do and what you eat, you don't eat, and you take care of your health and just make sure you try to stay on top of it.
What do you believe brings illness?
Just not taking care of yourself.
Perfect. So, religiously, was there anything that defined a birth in whenever you were growing up? Was there anything special that you did?
No, not really. Just like I said, we just always took care of our health, watched everything we did. We watched with our health and took care of our sickness and stuff and tried to stay out of things that we didn't get into things.
Whenever there was a birth in the family, was there any special event or celebration that you did?
Yes, when there was a birth birth in the family, we always had the celebration where you, when you saw a kid was being born.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after that kid was born, you had a big, kind of an adoption for it, and we always had a great big party, and the kids always helpful, and we just enjoyed it and enjoyed each other.
Perfect. How does your religion define illness?
How does it?
Like, how does it define illness? How does being Catholic and Italian define illness? Was there something special that was done when someone was ill? Did the family get together?
Yes, our family was always a real close-knit family. No matter what went on, we always watched each other and took care of each other. And being a Catholic family, Catholics kind of stick together, so I stuck together, my mom stuck together, and we just was all up close and took care of one another.
Gotcha. And the last question I've got for you today is, how about death? How did being Catholic and religious, how did you view death or dying?
Well, death is something that's hard to take. You stay close to each other and one another, but it's hard to take each other. But you take and you watch each other. You watch over each other, and like if my mother was sick, then I would take over and watch over her, and if my dad was sick, we'd watch him, and that's just the way it was. We just took care of each other.
Perfect. When there was a death in the family, how did the family come? Did there was like I won't say celebration, a gathering?
For a death?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really?
No, we just had a regular normal burial, just, it wasn't nothing, you know.
Gotcha. Alright, anything else about your culture you want to tell us about?
No.
Well, thank you for your time this evening.
Well, you're very welcome.